Hey everyone, we're here at EA LA, and I'm with EA Montreal's Joe Booth. We're talking about Need for Speed Nitro. Now, Joe, we've seen Need for Speed games on the Nintendo Wii before, but this one is different because it's being developed specifically for the Wii, right?
That's right. It's the first time we developed from the ground up just for the Nintendo platforms, and we've been working on this since early last year.
So tell me about the idea. What did you want to do with the Need for Speed series on the Nintendo Wii?
We wanted to take it more into the arcade space, and if you think about arcade racing games, you have maybe like Mario Kart, Car Racer on one extreme, and then you have the Wipeouts, the Burnouts, the Pures at the other extreme, and we want to be more in that space, and more kind of badass arcade racing.
So when I fire the game up for the first time, what's the experience like? What am I doing in this game?
So you're going to start in Rio. We have 5 cities in the game. They're going to be cities that you haven't raced in before in other video games. And you're a kid in Rio, and you've got to build up your credibility and your reputation in Rio, and then take the streets of Rio and become the #1 driver in Rio. And then you're going to get invited to the other cities, and you're going to work your way through the other cities in the game.
I know this is a racing game, but it's also a Need for Speed game, so the police are involved. Can you explain how they work?
Sure. The police are a big part of this game. So, there's a heat system similar to what we saw in some of the earlier Need for Speed games, similar to what's in GTA. So the more aggressive you're driving, the higher the heat is that you have on your car, the more the cops are going to try and come after you. In addition to that, the way the pickups work is that we're playing multiplayer. I can rack your heat right up, and so the cops are going to come right after you and nail you.
All right, but this is it also has a sort of graffiti, a tagging system. What is that, and what does that do for you in the game?
So there's a couple of things. Every car has a tag associated with it, and you can go and you can customize your car, you can customize your own tag, and then when you're in first place or when you own a zone in the track, then your tag is kind of graffitied through that zone.
All right, so the controls for a Wii game obviously have to be different from what's coming on the 360 or other consoles.
Yeah.
You have several different control schemes for the Wii. Take us through them.
Yeah, so we support all the kind of typical control schemes that you'd expect. So, the wheel, the nunchuck, the Nintendo, the classic controller, GameCube controller, and we also have a new one, which is, a lot of people have additional remotes in the house, but they don't necessarily have extra nunchucks or wheels. So we have this where you can play with the Wiimote. You turn to steer, and you use the B button to kick in the power slides, and then you're shaking it to use the boost. And the power slides have a huge amount of depth in them, so if you're hitting the racing line and just using it subtly, you're going to get a load of boost. But if you're doing it too aggressively, you're going to get the back end out and you're going to lose too much speed.
All right, the last question, of course, is when is Need for Speed Nitro coming to us?
It's coming out this fall, and it's coming on the Wii and DS.
All right, there you go, Need for Speed Nitro. More to come in the coming months.